Hey, my name is James Hunter. This is my 2 cents channel where I talk about topics from physical fitness and mental health and just in wellness and topics of interest that I may want to talk about. And today I want to talk about, a lot of videos been put out about Flex Wheeler or Kenneth Wheeler in regards to his health problems. He apparently had an amputation, the right leg below the knee. And, you know, I saw this come out and I saw different responses. A lot were positive, thankfully. He saw people offering him, well wishes, hoping he gets well, speedy recovery, and just, saying some positive things and trying to encourage him. Unfortunately, you do have people who say hateful things, negative things, bringing up stuff like, well, that's what he gets because of he was a professional bodybuilder, and he'll throw out things like drug use and so on and so on. So the fact of the matter is, IFBB professional bodybuilders, other professional athletes, have they taken things, performance enhancing drugs during their careers? Yeah, a lot of them have. So it's a lot of this is in how you look at it in terms of context. People do the best they can within their situations in life, and who's to say any of us wouldn't follow a similar path had we not, been in those situations of our own lives. No, not everybody would exactly, but I'm just putting that out there that people, as human beings, nobody's perfect, and people are quick to try to throw a moral label over people. And then, even worse than that, when people are going through hard times, it's almost like they want to, almost like they're happy for it. Like, oh, this is what you get. I don't know about you, but I don't, feel good about hearing about other people suffering or going through stuff like this, regardless of what your opinions may be on any number of issues. From what I've read and what I've heard, Flex Wheeler, his kidney disease was hereditary. That's not something he asked to have. Now, the argument about whether competitive bodybuilding and the stress from that exacerbated it, yeah, that can be made. But either way, people don't choose their parents when it comes to our hereditary or things that we may be at a greater risk for. As far as his leg, apparently there's some vascular issues, things he's been dealing with, and so yeah, now he's had to have his leg amputated. So I just hope that people would be a bit more, compassionate, not hateful or throw things out there. How many of you out there are perfect, have made 100% perfect decisions in your life? There's nobody out there who's done that, and who's to say that the decisions Flex Wheeler made in his life, as far as what he did, are bad? The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of professional bodybuilders who done the same things as him that don't have the health problems he's had. So because he's having health problems, people want to throw judgments out there. There's former Mr. Olympias that are retired that have done the things that he's done that are actually in pretty good health right now, and so on. So don't be quick to throw a judgment on people, claim the moral high ground. Ain't nobody perfect in this world, and nobody needs to try to pass judgment on a person, as, in general, because you don't know their situation. But more specific, when somebody's in a hospital and just had a leg amputated, I mean, put yourself in a situation. Could you imagine what that must be like? Going through a health crisis or a situation like that. It's definitely something I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But I think that Flex Wheeler appears to have the right supports around him, people that care about him, people that have took up for him and advocated for him, and been out there saying some positive things. So good for him for having that support. So if Flex Wheeler, by whatever chance, were to watch this video on my little channel, I just want to offer that encouragement to him, that that's what, at the end of the day, it's what you value, how you feel about yourself, and those around you who care about you. There's always going to be people, particularly, not to talk shit, but people who ain't done nothing in their life in terms of ever doing anything to try to challenge themselves or do something exceptional, who are quick to judge those who have done things that are exceptional. A lot of us live our lives, and there's a lot to be said about just being somebody who punches the clock and does the certain things they need to do in life, and you can call it average, whatever you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are heroes in their own regards, and they're champions in their own regards because they do things like taking care of their families, and no, they're not athletes, and you know, their lives are kind of like about different things, and that's okay. But there are other people in life that, you know, they may have certain gifts or aptitudes to excel or be exceptional at different things in life that a lot of us can't do or ever have done. So when we see people like that, you know, do well, you know, it's like when they're doing great, you know, everybody's for them and talks about praise for them. But as soon as we see these types of individuals, you know, the fact that they are human, that they can fall, that they can have, you know, issues and problems, and then people are like turn and want to jump on them and now beat them up and talk shit. So, anyways, those are just a few thoughts on that. I would just like to hope that people be a bit more compassionate, and whatever your thoughts may be, we all have our opinions, but it's not helpful. And why do you want to say hateful things about somebody who just had their leg amputated? I don't get it. So how does that improve your life? Does it make you feel superior? You know, I don't know. It's just, it's pretty unfortunate. So anyways, just a quick video I want to make about some of my thoughts on that. Flex Wheeler, I wish you a speedy recovery, and I hope that you don't let some of these haters or negative comments distract you from your recovery. I've seen some positive people out there who spoke very well of you. And so anyways, that's all I have to say today. If you have any thoughts or comments about Flex Wheeler, IFBB professional bodybuilder, drop them below. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I appreciate the support. I'll be making more videos from time to time about physical fitness, mental health topics, and just you know, topics in general, like the one today, where I feel like I want to say a few things. Until I make another video, take care and have a good day. Thank you.